If you are a competitive person, that stays with you. You don't stop, you always look over your shoulder. Magic Johnson. My dad has taught me almost everything I know, especially my competitive side of my person. As a teacher, my dad enjoys teaching me anything from how to throw a football and changing my oil in my car, and of course, math problems. His honesty and commitment to things inspire me to be more like him as I grow as a person. No matter what happens, I know he will always be there for me to guide me when times are rough, but also to tell me how I can improve whatever I'm doing. Growing up as a middle child, which was a blessing and a curse, to my siblings, I was the center of attention, but most of the time I was pushed aside because I was too small to play with the big kids. My dad always included me and forced me to be competitive with my siblings. Because of this, he was always there to break things up if anything ever got out of hand. Early on, at least as a kid, my dad has taught me to be my own person. According to my dad, if I can walk on my own 2 feet, then I can hit a baseball and catch a football. My sister and brother both started playing t-ball when I was just a kid. They didn't like it, so they dropped it and continued to play soccer. Because of them, I had to join soccer, but never got the chance to play baseball. When I scored on the wrong goal, that was when I decided soccer wasn't for me. I switched to baseball, and I thank my dad for teaching me early on to be competitive and athletic. Early on, otherwise, the switch would have been very rough. During this time, I was old enough to know right and wrong and when to keep my mouth shut. Around this time, my dad told me about his childhood and how he grew up. From this point on, he had taught me to appreciate the things I had and the life I was living. I'm so proud of my dad and what he had to go through as a kid. What makes me even more proud is he never complained to me about it or made an excuse. When he had nothing going on for him was when he decided he finally had the power to change the outcome if he wanted the life he has now. Later on, I found out my dad was a huge fisherman and hunter. We have been able to spend a lot of time bonding over so many things, and I am so grateful that we were able to do so. Teaching me lessons, so many life lessons while doing it. I will never forget the endless memories I have created with him, like shooting my first deer and fishing for hours upon end. These past few years, I have learned a lot and relied on my dad a lot. From getting his full opinion on my first car, as well as buying my first car, taught me a lot in life, lessons and how to earn things I want at a young age. And from that, I went through learning that a car gets you from point A to B. I have paid for through working. I own it all to my dad. It comes to finding and selling cars because I have doubled my money from my first car that I got just by buying and selling. My dad has always helped me make tough decisions except for one. From this point, my dad has made it very clear that he doesn't want to influence my decision on where I want to go to college, to play football, or to go to college in general. He, of course, has his opinion, but in the end, he told me it is up to me. Obviously, from this point on in my life, I trust his good judgment, but it's truly my decision. And the only reason I am in this position is because of what he made me into the athlete and student I have become today. And to that, thank you, Dad. Throughout all the good and the bad times to come, my dad will always be there for me to guide me through them. My dad is an inspiration to me because he has always been honest and the most hardworking and knowledgeable person I know. As I continue to meet the people he has taught in the classroom, it seems he has touched a lot of people through his knowledge and advice, just like he has done to me. Thank you.